They anchored in New York Harbor. Well, first they have to get from Philadelphia. They left at Pier 50, League Island Navy Pier 55, aboard the British steamship from the Blue Funnel Line, the Agape Nor, and then sailed down out the Delaware Bay. Now, the Blue Funnel Line of ships lost 18 ships during World War I, and again in World War II, the Blue Funnel Line lost 41 ships. By June 12th, which coincidentally was his first wedding anniversary, he was anchored in New York Harbor. They left New York Harbor at 8 a.m. on the 13th and sailed north toward Halifax, Nova Scotia. A hospital ship arrives and joins a convoy. On June 17th, they set sail for England after having a boat drill. June 18th, the entry remarks that they sighted whales. On the 19th, there was a storm at sea, and a quote from the diary is a horribly marvelous spectacle with mountains of water. On June 20th, the entry says abominable food on this old cattle boat after 1 week at sea. June 25th, a submarine is sighted, and everybody goes into lifeboats. A cruiser goes out in search. They hear 4 shots fired and believe it sunk the sub. And they pass the site of where the Lusitania met her fate. On the 26th, convoy arrives at night, and it consists of 9 torpedo boats. On June 27th, they hear by wire that the Landovery hospital ship had been torpedoed. If you'll note the map here over my shoulder, it shows the route as they approached England. They came through the Irish Sea between Ireland here and England there, and arrived at the port of Liverpool, England. They marched to Birkenhead Station. Before I continue on, I want to read one direct quote from the diary about the ship, the Agape Nor. I have left the British steamship Agape Nor. I am going to describe it briefly, lest in years to come I may forget how horrible it was, though I think not. It was a cattle boat used as a transport. It had 4 stuffy holes in which hammocks were strung so close together that men were unable to sleep. The medics slept in the hospital, which was a little better. The food was miserable, consisting of goat meat slum, and for 4 days I ate nothing. Okay, now that they are on land in England, they take the train from up here at Liverpool and go directly south to Winchester, arriving at midnight. A 3-mile march from their arrival point brings them to Camp Winnell Downs in the south of England.
Now we are ready to cross the English Channel to France. This is over a 2-day period.
On July 1st, they embark on the British ship Mona Queen. It's an old side-wheeler. On July 2nd, after night crossing, they arrive at Le Havre, France, and march through the city to Camp Marie. Now, this is England here, this is the channel, this is the crossing, and here's Le Havre.
The next segment covers the period from July 3rd, 1918 to August 16. Ed learns of an unexpected 6-week period devoted to physical conditioning and relative calm in the Brittany countryside of France.
Okay, on July 3rd and 4th, they board boxcars referred to as a 40 and 8. Now, 40 and 8 means that these boxcars would accommodate either 40 men or 8 horses. And this is the route that they took. They passed through Rouen, Laval, Renee's, and on the 4th they arrive at the village of Moray, which is 30 miles southwest of Renee's. They pitch pup tents in a field and learn in the morning that their stay at Moray will be about 6 weeks, as it's only a staging area. July 5th, they camped outside the village of Moray, which is a quaint French town in Brittany of about 1,800 population. No amusements, but almost every house has a wine shop in connection with it. The remaining period, July 6th, they hiked down to a river for a swim. They observed the countryside was typical with a barn, a house, a chicken coop, and a pig pen all under one roof. On July 7th to the 10th, they take daily hikes of 7 kilometers. On the 13th, they take a 10-kilometer hike. On the 15th, they're up to 20 kilometers, the longest yet. He mentioned he received 3 letters in the mail that were only 10 days old, and that was not bad. July 16th, the 18th, more hikes and semaphore training, and they discover another swimming hole. 19th was payday. He drew 54 francs. That's estimated to be about $5 at the time. July 20th to the 30th were daily hikes and the usual routine. On the 31st, they hiked and picked black raspberries and met an old French woman who made a berry pie for them. On August the 2nd, a new colonel was assigned to their unit, Spike Annecy. August 3rd to the 15th, alternating between hiking and duty in the infirmary. Actually, the morning hike was becoming an agreeable habit. On the 16th, they packed up and prepared to leave for Camp Kokodan.
Camp Kokodan is from August 17th to the September 21st. The unit travels to Camp Kokodan for training prior to moving on to the front. Captain Harry S. Truman had received military artillery training at this camp 1 month earlier.
This Camp Kokodan is located near this point here in France, near the village of Gurs. On August 17th, they loaded equipment and left the peaceful little village of Moray en route to Camp Kokodan, 4 kilometers northwest of Gurs. Went through gray, white, dusty roads, which is only found in France, and his comment was, the camp falls below my expectations. August 19th, took a little break over Napoleon's old camping grounds and witnessed some very beautiful landscape. Some beautiful valleys surrounded by templing hills, through whose wooded sides entwine those everlasting hard gray white roads of France.
I've noticed that his expressions are, he apparently was very good with the English language, because he's very colorful in his descriptions about the French countryside.
Well, he's been exposed to some pretty good education up to this point.
Right, that's true.
August 20th, went to a village of Bergnon this morning, a little village up the range from where I could see shells bursting just below us. Melancholy memories of what is in store for me. This is a practice range. This is not the front yet. August 21st to September 3rd, special duty at the camp hospital, a monotonous job and dull day in the ward. September 3rd, I was transferred from the ward to bacteriological laboratory today. Work is much more interesting. Assisted at 2 post-mortems, both pneumonia. A proposition was made to me today to stay at the hospital. The offer covers a first-class sergeancy, or shall I go with my outfit? Must think it over.